Good afternoon. Arrested by the Sky Cap, Psychic Phenomena Novel, Freud Theory. Author and solo acting Ahmed Gaber abdelhamid, episod 46. Once he slept, he saw the old man. He sat on the front of him on the sofa. He held the same book, but he read this time by high voice while he looked to the book name Mad Game. Then he opened the first page. Then he read, this book wanted to try to interpret the phenomena happened in many kingdoms in the past. Why, when the king did, they found the princess crazy. The old man closed the book. Then Tim waked up. Tim heard the sound from his mobile that he received a message. It was from the doctor. Tim, it is Tim. It is happened. The innovation work. It is a scientific earthquake. We saw your dream. Do not call or send message. We will meet once at the week in the clinic. Then Tim complete sleeping. Next day, at the sleeping time, Tim worried little bit that the first day is passed without anything happen in the real life related to the dream. He little bit afraid about to lose the doctor trust, but it is just only one day. Then he sleep. Once he sleep, he found the old man sat on the library. He opened the book from a specific page. Then he read on high voice. We found a story in old book. Talk about old kingdom. Story. The king did. His brother became the new king, but his wife did from several years. But the rules is the king must to be married. His friends advised him to marry his brother's wife. She was the queen, so maybe she will help him in his new position. But she was so sad because she want her son to be the king. So she put a plan to make her son a king. She must to disappear two persons from her son road to be a king, her husband and his son. She started with the king's son first. She told the king, your son has a little experience in his life. He has little knowledge. He must study. You have to send him to the school of army and the schemo to prepare him to become a king. Then she sent him for the school. But also she sent to the same school a witch. The witch became a teacher on that school. She took an additional salary from the queen to make that boy crazy. Every day she trapped him in his brain. After 2 years, he became full crazy. Then she put a poison on the king food. They search for his son to be a king, but they found him crazy. This is a kind of mad game. The reason which made Tim wake up that he heard the ring of his mobile. It was message from the doctor. The dream today was very strong. Do not worry. During the day, after he waked up, Tim made some thoughts about the last dream. He talked to himself. It is clear now that the mad game is how to make the prince crazy before he arrived to the kingdom chair. And it is clear that who make this trap whom the beneficiaries from his madness. But what is the link between my life and the mad game? He tried to find this link, but he couldn't. In the night, he prepared himself to sleep, but he worried about there is nothing start on the dream, continue in the real life. But it is just second day. He went to sleep. The old man held the book, talk very loudly, mad game. Then he opened the book to a specific page. Then he continued. In this story, the relatives of the prince didn't use the magic. They just play with him deep fake game. They suddenly changed all persons by new persons. All replace persons by others. They bought all his network. He suddenly found his cousin become his nephew. His friend became his cousin. His auntie became his teacher in the university. All is replaced. After 1 year, he lost his mind totally. It is mad game. Tim waked up waiting for his mobile to ring, but nothing happens a long half hour. Then he returned to sleep. Thank you. See you next episode.